Hi, I'm Camara Sharperson. I'm a Black woman from Emory University School of Medicine, and this is my elevated story. What inspired me to want to be a doctor as a kid was my dad. He was health conscious, like as long as I can remember. Before I was born, he read a bunch of books and he wanted my brother and I to be vegetarians. So I've been a vegetarian all my life. And like growing up, he always really emphasized health and healthcare and like maintaining a healthy living. So while I was in college, I was trying to find a summer program that I thought would be interesting, maybe an internship, and I stumbled upon a epidemiology program at Columbia, and it was kind of just introducing students who were from underserved populations to epidemiology and public health in general. And I did that, I think, before my senior year, and that kind of just kind of curved my path a little bit because I realized I actually really loved it. I really loved epidemiology. I really loved describing like disease, like problems, like kind of understanding the state of affairs, kind of the statistics of it all, and just seeing how you can really impact, like be impactful, like in healthcare, like just by looking at public health and creating public health interventions. And I worked for the New York City Department of Health and kind of worked in their strategic data use sector, in which I just kind of used all of these like massive amounts of information and data about who, like which counties had various like health disparities, like where in like New York City was like this area tends to have like diabetes, this area tends to have hypertension, and like working with the New York City Department of Health to kind of understand like where should we target for interventions, like where should we have like diabetes educators, outreach programs, and things like that. I did face some challenges of like getting to medical school. I am a person who definitely suffers from some imposter syndrome. I thought, okay, like my GPA wasn't high enough. This wasn't perfect. I didn't do this kind of research like in college or like in undergrad and in grad school. So I kind of just thought that everything that I did or had done in the past, like it wasn't good enough. I was so convinced that things just weren't going to happen. I didn't have like the correct experience. I didn't shadow enough. I didn't do enough. And then finally, I had to sit down and I was looking at like the things I had to fill in for the application and doing it with my like family. And they were like, "Oh no, Kamara, like you have done these things, and there are things that you bring to the table that are different than other people, and your life experiences are important and relevant to how you would be as a physician and how you would succeed as a physician." My dad would always say, "You miss 100% of the shots you don't take." And as cheesy as that is, it kind of really got to me. It's like, if I do want to do this, I need to go for it. And I can't be scared of the idea that something might not happen. I definitely had to take a bit of pause because just the cost of medical education, even like with time cost and like the actual cost that kind of goes into it, like that was something that was very much on my mind. And I was working at the time, and I was like, do I leave the steady paycheck to go into debt for X many years? And it's like 4 years of school, and then at minimum 3 years of residency. Just it was a daunting idea to kind of wrap my head around, but then I had to decide like, okay, like what is it that you want to do, and are you comfortable taking these costs? And it was definitely like a hard like pill to swallow to be like, okay, I'm just gonna take it. Like I really want to do this, but it definitely made me pause, think twice, make 4 times. I had to think about it because it really kind of like was a pit in my stomach when I thought about how much like this would cost. Well, when I got the email for being that told me that I was going to be an ElevateMeD Scholar, like not gonna lie, I was in my apartment studying for my board exam, and I screamed and dropped my phone and immediately called my parents. I was just so excited. It came at the like a perfect time because I was so stressed studying for my board exams and just kind of like a constant worries going on through my mind. And it kind of just was like a breath of fresh air. I was just like, oh, like this is like, this is great. And kind of just like kind of release some tension from my shoulders. It was just, it was a relief. I was just so grateful.